Good morning, dear friends. I am Fotini. I am talking to you from Athens, Greece, and I would like to introduce myself. I am a esoteric astrologer, high priestess, self-knowledge consultant, and a writer. And my channel, Holistic Healing, is about how you can adapt your entire being into the new era. In my videos, I'm talking about various things, about chakras, about esoteric astrology, about your race, about the new template of relationships. These are all new, and as I'm an Aquarius, I have worked with a lot of people around the world the last 15 years, and I am on this path of awakening almost 25 to 26 years now. In my previous, let's say, life, I was an attorney at law. I served that field for 21 years, but then I had my spiritual awakening, and I remember who I truly am and what was my purpose in this lifetime, but also who I wanted to be, to embody my true self, my true monad. My video today is about the very sensitive things, because many changes will happen in the years to come energetically around the globe, around Earth, and as we evolve and we are embodying more and more of our soul essence and our true self, because this is the next evolutionary step for humanity, for those, of course, who are ready to take it, and it's not going to happen within 1 or 2 years or 5 years. An important factor is where to be in this world, and by where to be, I mean in which place. There is a part of astrology which is called astrocartography, and it's connected with your map, your astrological map, your planets, your signs, and the global map. I want to make something clear here. The ley lines that are, let's say, energetic rivers or paths or points of power were served the purpose in previous years, and also in previous civilizations such as Atlantis and Lemuria, for the intergalactic energies to ground into the earth plane. And so when we were connected to this place, we were connected with our souls and with our history. Now, the ascension of Earth, which is actually the evolutionary step of Gaia, which entails the evolutionary step of the human being to actually remember the story, the true story of who he is. It's the way now to take and be sovereign about Gaia, about Earth. And the old ley lines, although they are continue to play an important role, and this role is still very important because the majority of humanity isn't whole yet. It's in the process of elevating. So when we see an astrocartography map and we place the planets in the globe, and we advise the client about where to move or what lesson is it that he must learn according to his own chart, it's because this is an evolutionary step. And this is only possible when the astrologer himself can intuitively know in which stage of evolution the client, the person who is asking, is. And by making this map, it's very easy to advise someone, for the astrologer, so that he doesn't lose money and time going around the world and struggle when he can have a certain guidance about where in the world it's best for him. For the advanced souls, though, who have already, and of course this is not the majority, it's around 8 to 10% of the population, who have already who have already advanced to the place where they are connected with their own monad, so the monad can guide them and give them instruction. The place in the world where they must go doesn't play any role anymore because they are everywhere, they are connected. But this is in a very advanced level. It's not for the majority. The majority needs astrocartography, needs to put the planets in the globe and know where to go. And this is something that I always do after I know the race of each person, because first one must work with its own race and its own blueprint. And this is very, very important, because otherwise you haven't find your own attributes, your own rhythm, your own way to work with yourself. There is so much information out there, but trust me, because I have been through all of that. That's why I'm named my channel Holistic Healing, and it has to do with wisdom. All this knowledge is very good that it is available, but it's not for all of us. I mean, each of us, it's an individual and needs specific and carries specific blueprint and needs specific guidance. And when we believe that everything is for everybody, then we are making assumption and we are not elevating into the stage of being individual. And that's why astrocartography is very useful. And especially when we are still in our early stages, around 20 or 30s, when we are building our lives, because in that stage we see where it's best to be in order to learn the lessons that we need to learn. So I wanted to communicate this because astrocartography is something that I share together with esoteric astrology readings and of course your rays, and this is the starting point for anyone who wishes to enter the path, but with a certain method and with a certain rhythm, not going and hearing everything without knowing what to do. The map of astrocartography can tell you, according to what it is that you desire to know as your next step, where this next step is best to be unfolded. Because the part of the world that you are, maybe it's good for your finances, but it's not good for your love life, or the way that you are doing things, it's wrong. So I hope that this video was helpful to get an idea. I would like for you, if you like the video or the content of the channel, to subscribe and like it. And you can find all my offerings in the community section of the channel, and you can send me an email in fotinikara15 gmail.com if you would like to know more, and I would be very glad to communicate with you. Have a great day. Bye.